Unmuted, and we're here with Lanakila, and he has graciously agreed to update us on the situation currently.
Aloha mai kako. We're gathering right now here at the bottom of Mount Awakea, at the front line. People have been making their way here on the big island to show our support for those of you who are standing right now in Pasadena, as well as we here the big group gathering in Alaska to connect as we're all starting solidarity. Today, all over the Pai'aina, people are watching and rallying again, and we're creating a new hashtag for everyone so we can culminate all the images of today for this reason. Hashtag TMT Shutdown HQ, as we are taking the attention now right to the forefront of the TMT headquarters in Pasadena. We support all of you guys over there. Ohana, mahalo, mahalo, anuiloa. We're going into prayers to send our mana to all of you, that you guys are heard, and that the foundation is moved and shook over there. So mahalo nui. We'll see you guys a bit. Aloha.
Mahalo.
Level of your understanding of what it is to show aloha. So the pa'akai is coming around. We begin so that we make sure, take a little bit of that pa'akai, we put that on our tongue. It's like bringing the whole kanaloa, the whole ocean in here to help to cleanse. So make good what comes forth from your mouth. Different traditions. I always put a little bit of my piko maluna too, to open up that pathway for the mana from our kupuna and our kua to come in. So we're here. Everything that we do in a spiritual way. We do in a conscious manner. This one to just start here in Pule. To give our focus our point to the pico of the mauna. Pico of the mauna. And hoholele. Send it off. Use the top of the mauna. But we also pray down into the mole. Down to the foundation of this mountain. Let it encompass and ground. Come up to their feet in Pasadena. Let it come to their pico maluna and come up to their vavai. And we send that pule to them, charge them up. And more ohana will be coming in as we go, so we just kind of go with it. After kind of our initial pule get us started, I would like actually if we can all kind of come together, bring all the signs in the front, kind of situate ourselves in a like a good paya, a good wall. And I'd like to ask Kupuna, Makua, anyone who would like to come forward and say some words, as this is going to be getting live streamed right now. Nakia kua nanakamana iho'ohuli kalani kahonua. Nakia kua nanakamana iho'ohanu mau ikeola. Nakia kua nanakamana o ka oia i'o. Nakia kua nanakamana o ke aloha. Nakia kua nanakamana. Nakia kua kamana. Nakia kua ke akua akua. Na au makua mai kala hiki a kala kau. Mai koho kuhi a ka halawai. Na au makua ya kahina akua ya kahina alo. Ya ka akau I kalani. O ki hai kalani. O we kalani. Nunulu I kalani. Ka holo I kalani. Eia na pula pula o ko na kia I o mauna Awakea. E malama o ko ya mako. E ulu I kalani. E ulu I ka honua. E ulu I ka Pai'aina o Hawaii. E ho mai ka ike. E ho mai ka ikaika. E ho mai ki akamai. E ho mai ka mau popopono. E ho mai ka ike pāpālua. E ho mai ka mana. E ho mai ka ike mai luna mai e. O na mea huna no e au o na mele. E ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai, e ho mai, ai ke mai luna mai e. O
mai o na mea una noe au o na mele e o mai nau ka mauna ke a o pua e ta mauna na ke o a ke kane o papa vale nu ka vahine nau o e vahine nau aloa e ali nau ka mauna e ke ki mauna na ke ai e lei ke ano mai lai ka mauna ke na kukila kila o luna i e holo ia nei ka pō ino aina a me ka palea e pau ko ka aina haumia e pule ia e ho o pau aina e vau ka aina a pau i pau kia e me ke kawau i pau ke kulopia me ka peluluka i pau ka huli alana a laila ni ho peku ho em hui kala malapakai ka mauri ho ke a kua pu the wahanas are all across the aina and then mana to the mauna the bamboo pools, very important in this time. As we know, ohe, body form of Khan, river of life, the white water, the fresh water. The ohe many times was used as a container. We are in the ahupua'a of Haohe. This ahupua'a greatest container of Viola Akani. It is his daughters, the daughters of Kani that dwell upon this mauna, all water beings. So special Maikai to have the Pu'ohe here, the Leo of Kani, calling to the Hale of Kani's children, calling forth that Vai, the waters.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. They want to see us getting organized.
And we're being mirrored on Global Occupy News Network.
Oh, right on. Okay, what's up?
Mahalo, GONN. We're trying to get together for a group picture. Which I can't use my phone for panorama, so possibly when everybody's
Pasadena! Aloha. Yeah, maybe actually.
No, you could face the people. Face the people.
So what I'm about to share, I think is very important for us because the foundation of our stance here goes back over 100 years, 122 years. And so the voice of our Queen is critical for our success. So at the point of a gun, she issued a protest, which is the law that has kept our rights to be here on this Aina, on this land, to represent this nation state. This law has secured our rights. And so for us to be mentally, spiritually, I think it's important that we hear her words once again. Because we are the modern day representation of our kupuna. And so we need to bring their voices to the forefront today. Only then can we attain success. So I'll read her words. On the day of the invasion of foreign forces, the law she laid down for our protection. She said, I, Liliu Okalani, by the grace of God, and under the Constitution of the Hawaiian Kingdom, Queen, do hereby solemnly protest against any and all acts done against myself and the constitutional government of the Hawaiian Kingdom by certain persons claiming to have established a provisional government of and for this kingdom. That I yield to the superior force of the United States of America, whose Minister Plenipotentiary, His Excellency John L. Stevens, has caused United States troops to be landed at Honolulu and declared that he would support the said provisional government. Now, to avoid any collision of armed forces and perhaps the loss of life, I do, under this protest and impelled by said forces, yield my authority until such time as the government of the United States shall, upon the facts being presented to it,
undo the actions of its representatives and reinstate me in the authority which I claim as a constitutional sovereign. That is the word of our people. Those are the words of our Tutu, who signed the petition of 1898. Their effort was in support of her establishment of a law that has sustained and protected our rights for over 122 years. This is the foundation. This is our stance. And this is important for the world to know, because at this point, the world has not known for the last 122 years the position of the Hawaiian people and the position of their nation state. And so it's important for us to get this message out to the world so that they can understand why we are here today and who we represent, right? And that the laws that we're subject ourselves to are the laws of Keakua. And so we make our stand. And this was an appeal to the American people at that time. And I think these words are important today as it was over 100 years ago. And it was an appeal to the Americans. She said, "O honest Americans, as Christians, hear me for my downtrodden people. Their form of government is as dear to them as yours is precious to you. Quite as warmly as you love your country, so they love theirs, with all your goodly possessions, covering a territory so immense that there yet remain parts unexplored, possessing lands that, although near at hand, had to be neutral ground in time of war. Do not covet the little vineyard of Naboth, so far from your shores, lest the punishment of Ahab fall upon you, if not in your day, in that of your children. For be not deceived, Keakua is not mocked. The people whom your fathers told of the living God and taught to call Father, and whom the sons now seek to despoil and destroy, are crying aloud to him in their time of trouble. And he will hear the voices of his Hawaiian children, and he will keep his promise. And he will listen to the voices of his Hawaiian children lamenting for their homes. Is it for them that I would give, it is for them that I would give every last drop of my blood. It is for them that I would spend, nay, am spending everything belonging to me. Will it be in vain? It is for the American people and their representatives in Congress to answer these questions. As they deal with me and my people kindly, generously, and justly, so may the great ruler of all nations deal with the grand and glorious nation of the United States of America. And this is the appeal. Today, we once again, after 122 years, this is the appeal we again make to the world and to the American nation. That's my mana'o. This is who we are. This is the foundation for why we make our stance. And if we stick to the voices of our kupuna, there's only success to be achieved. So thank you for allowing us, and I say us because there are many more that have gone before me, who have spoken the same words. And we, again, speak those words today. So thank you. Mahalo. Mahalo. Aloha.
many people of the world is that we are not here to fight. We can stop using that language that we are fighting. We try something else. We've been fighting for generations. The whole world has seen so many fights. Time to speak from our hearts. Speak to understanding. The kapu of aloha, as we have instilled that here, as we carry that for ourselves, let us live that example that we want to see in the world. There are many wars, many people being slaughtered. We must consider ourselves lucky that we are in a place in which armed forces cannot simply sweep through here and silence us. We must be grateful for that. But with that, we must still speak our truths. It's another stance here. We only speak our truths. We hide nothing. That's what gives our opponents in this, give them hard time. We hear the words, they're trying to send moles into our group to find out information. Just go watch YouTube. We're telling you everything. Because for me, if we need to hide it, then it's not pono. If we have to move in shadow, it's not pono. Let them do that. We only walk in the light. Everything that we have to share is our truth. We're not going to hide nothing. We will not allow lies or secrets to pass through our lips. This kapu aloha challenges us. It's probably one of the hardest things about this whole movement. I know I've been tested a lot. Well, isn't that a great example that we can set for the world? To really talk. We can be that prime example of how the world offer them a different way to solve their problems. We see it right down here, Puhakuloa. That is the model that they seek in solving problems. Weapons of mass destruction. They invest trillions of dollars into weaponry to defend their material ways. Trillions of dollars for weapons that bring harm and death. Not even the honorable face-to-face anymore. Now, press button, you kill thousands of people. Where's even the honor in that? There is no honor. For me, if I'm going to be part of any nation, if our nation is to rise again, then make it be a nation not founded on blood, not founded on fighting, a nation founded on aloha and respect. That would be a kingdom of any god. It's interesting, this movement again, everyone, the question has been going out all over. How come everyone's coming out for Mauna Kea? How come people not coming out against this? Or how come nobody fighting about this? How come they're not stepping up for that? Well, in one case, many people have been in those battles. But this is the Pico. They've already come at this mountain. But now this is the last straw. The Pico has called everyone here. It's calling a consciousness to the whole world. The mole, the foundation of this mountain, is shaking the whole world to wake up to a higher sense of being. What is our sense of being today? Work an 8-hour job, pay the bills, the same hamster wheel every single day? What is our goal? Make the paycheck so we can go sit at the beach and tailgate for every Friday? What is our goal? What is the future? That's also the next part that we as Kanaka and people of this land, Kama'aina, Po'emalihini, anybody, we also need to be conscious of setting up our future. down for the next 7 generations. So yes, we are standing right here to stop something. And this not be the only reason we get together. We need to get together and start talking about setting up our future. What do we want to see? What do we want to see in the futures of our Hawaii? Okay, we're stopping something. What are we going to do? Sometimes we want to get together for stop stuff. We get together and start something. So we need to start thinking clearly. The Pico is calling to us for this. There's a consciousness that needs to be brought back down here to the Honua. Level. Awana. Awana. That is the word of today's time. Awana. Everybody is wandering off. Everybody's lost on their own tangents, on their own little personal things, and forgetting the foundation that they come from. The earth. Papahanaumoku. Wakea. That's one of the biggest things where we're trying to talk to the heart of these people. In the view of the Western world, future is only held in economic growth. With that thinking that's been around for a little over 150, 200 years, look at our land. Look at the earth. The oceans are toxic. The air in many places is toxic. The forests are disappearing. The lakes are disappearing. The rivers are poisoned. Yet we just keep going every day like it's nothing. Don't talk to me about that. I gotta pay my bills. I gotta go work. Where's our consciousness? You can work all you want, make all the trillions of dollars in the world, but in the end, you would eat that money. You cannot. I think our kukun are calling to let us know this is your last chance. This is that last chance. The prophecies that will spoke of this time. Common sense, you open up your eyes, look around. We at that point already. We are standing what used to be the great Mamane belt. Now our Mamane struggle to survive. And it's only like from right here down to the other end of Saddle. Hamakua says no more any Mamane. So when we look at our islands today, we cannot look at this as being 100%. We're already 90% gone. The beautiful rolling plains of Waimea, that's supposed to be forest. Gone are the days of the big schools of fish. Kawaihai, I remember as a child in just my lifetime. Dive down, you go and look, you see the cloud of the fish. Now you're lucky you see 1 or 2 dart across the earth. That is reality. The hard thing I noticed as we've been gathering for stuff like this, people say, okay, well, I got to go back to reality now. I think that's the dream. This is reality. They have us keeping ourselves in the prison. We come out into freedom and get, okay, wait, put my shackles back on. I got to go. And we're not paying attention. And again, this is not just the story of Hawaii. This is happening around the whole world. The countries that are funding this project, they are suffering too. Japan, they still trying to recover from the tsunami. Yet their government puts almost $300 million into this. Canada is suffering with their own economic struggles. They commit over $240 million to Niele in the sky. That's a new t-shirt, huh? Niele in the sky. And they talk. This is the language that they're teaching to our children too. We gotta look for a new home. For me, if we destroy this planet, we don't deserve a new home. Our stand here is to protect the universe. If we change our way and we live better, we have no right out there. Favorite shirt. Before you look into space, you gotta malama this place. But today's time, the slogans, we do need to watch out. Well, especially as young ones, we gotta watch out because we've been brought up in an age of slogans, hypes, and then we easily get bored and we move on. We cannot afford to do that. We cannot afford to do that. This cannot be a fad. Because if it only exists as a fad, we gone. And again too, understand this is not just Hawaii. Even in my travels around the world, these kind of movements are happening all over. A lot of people are putting their foot down. Enough is enough. Why? Because we are treading on that blade of peely grass. Either we're going to follow the right way and we're going to survive, or we're going to go the wrong way and we're wiping us out. We are at that tipping point. 2009, I helped to represent Hawaii at the the Power Shift Conference in Washington, D.C. There was an elder came down from Greenland to tell the U.S. government, you guys almost too late already. The glaciers that used to be miles high, miles thick, stretching from the top of the mountains all the way down to the canyons, ice, have dwindled down halfway already. Greenland, you can put your hand against the ice, hold it for a second, take it off, and your hand is stuck in the ice, the imprint. They're restoring ceremonies they haven't done in 10,000 years. Because trees are starting to grow back there where there hasn't been trees in 10,000 years. Because the ice is pulling away. Glacier National Park doesn't exist. The glaciers are gone. That's our waters. We are really living a time and we need to start waking up to where economic growth is not our future. Environmental growth is our future. What's our word for somebody, a person who lives around here who's from this place? Kama'aina. Child of the land. We are the earth. Aina is our mama. This stand is so much more than just stopping one development. So from here, we need to start gathering and we need to start talking about our futures. We need to start planning and then we need to start acting on our futures. What do we see for our future of Hawaii? What do we see in our futures for the world? So, mahalo, mahalo, anui loa. This is just the beginning. Okay. Mahalo.
This is our land. This is where we came from. And we're so blessed to be here. And we're so blessed to have what we have. And we're so blessed to have this opportunity to make a stand. And mahalo everybody for coming because I waited my whole life for this. And I know so many people waited their whole lives for this to feel like they belong, yeah? Because we don't belong like paying each other for things, taking things from each other. we're born to share, we're born to give, and we're born to help Malama. So that's what I have to say is mahalo for this moment, because from now on, Aloha Aina always gonna be in my heart, and that's what I'm gonna live for. So mahalo, you guys.
I did not grow up here. I've lived here for just about 4 years, but I never have felt so at home. I've never felt so welcomed by so many different people to see me, who I am, not who they want me to be. You don't try to change me into anything. You don't tell me that I'm not allowed to dress a certain way, or to act a way, or to do something or not do something. And I'm here to say this is not just a Hawaiian issue. What we are doing here, making this stand to change things, this is a world issue. This is happening all over the globe. And we are suffering the effects from that, just as they are suffering the effects of what is happening to our mauna. And this is the piko of the world. I do truly believe that. What happens here resonates. What happens here can grow and spread and change people's minds about things that they may have even believed for a very long time. And I stand here of European descent, bear witness that what my people have done is wrong. We are teaching death. Ours is not a culture. Ours is an antithesis of culture. It is an anti-culture that lessens this true culture. Cultures like this all around the world that are attached to the land, that are attached to the sky. This is our mother. This is our father. All of this is our ohana. The trees, the animals, they are all people, just as we are all people. And anyone who says that one person is a person and another person is not a person, even if they speak of a mouse or a blade of grass, they are lying. We are all people. And I think that this message can resound, and it needs to, so that we can all be one universal global family again. Mahalo nui.
I just wanted to take this opportunity while us Opio are here in front of our kumu and our mapua, our kupuna, to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts to be able to be a witness to receiving the torch and actually living those experiences right next to you, where we're at once at the forefront of this fight. It is such an honor to be able to walk behind you and on the side of you. And I cannot make any promises, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best for the Hanauna Ho. I'm going to do my best for my titas, my brothers. And we're ready to carry the torch. And trust in us, and because we trust in you, and we trust in it. And it's such a big, huge kuleana that I don't think could ever be prepared for. But in the doing, and in the experiencing, and in the moving forward, and while we're here, while we're gifted with the presence of you, mahalo nui, mahalo piha. What an honor. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I love you.
and I'm here and I'm looking out at the owls and the pools. Yes, we are so fortunate. We are so fortunate, especially that us who live on Mokuokiane bask in the glory of our Mount Arapua. I'm so thankful. Our kupuna this morning is down at Pu'uhuluhulu. Like many times, our kupunas have not been able to come. And for a purpose as well. We didn't know our kupuna was going to be down at Pu'uhuluhulu. What a gift. What an absolute gift. And the things that our kupunas have taught us. The kumulipo. Read your kumulipo. Dive into your kumulipo. Our creation, our mo'onelo. Komokiakua. Aoi komokikanaka. Komokiakua. Aoi komokanaka. With akua as well. That does not go. That does not go. So simple. Mano kaikena aka Hawaii. Great is the knowledge of our kupunas. The ike. We just need to open ourselves up and dive into it. And there it all is. So I just mahalo all of you folks. Thank you. Mahalo to my youngling over there. Yeah. So proud. So proud of all of you folks. Honor our kupuna, not just the physical, not just the human family, but the world family, the planet. This particular chant is a chant that comes from Kiao Mele Mele, and the lineage of Mo'okuauhau from Mo'oinanea, who's actually one of the deities of this mauna. You know, you can see her traveling through Waiau.
all the way down. She is the tunneler. She knows where all of the things are and how to move the land. And she is one of who many of us can claim lineage to. Well, the chant really is like a map. Ohana in Hawaii. It maps out systems of being, ecosystems. You know, it shares with you places and things that nurture us, that we use in ceremony, that we use for ritual, that we use to gather ourselves, to gather the power of the land, found in our maile, found in our mokihana, found in the pua'ahi, the a'ali'i, the la'i, pala'a, the mai one, the yellow. It teaches us and reminds us of what we have in our environment. It teaches us that we have a familial relationship, therefore kuleana, to malama that environment. Our forests, our rivers, our oceans. The kahea is that. And through our oli, much like the kumulipo, it's a reminder of what is ours to malama, to take care of, to remember, to be mindful as they are with us. And so when we do a chant like this, it reminds me of the richness of the spaces that we come from, the richness of our land. It reminds us that we have everything, the vai that just our land alone holds is the richest resources on the planet. And it should be. We come from the largest mountain on the earth. No wonder this is a big kuleana, because it's a big mountain. And so we have big things to do. You know, it is our responsibility as a people to be examples, because the world is watching. You know, kapu aloha comes in. When I say protocol, it's not something that you just do on a mountain. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy. It's a mindfulness that remembers everything that you are from. Ground your rock on, earth below your feet. All your kupunas who fed and acknowledged and offered their intelligence and wisdom and ways of being. To stand upright, to have dignity, to have deep aloha for each other. And most importantly, for the land that has raised us all up. I'm so proud of this generation. Not so different from the generations that we came from, because we did it in the 70s with deep aloha. Kapu aloha apau loa. Difference is we didn't have the social media that you folks have now. We didn't have the technology that you have with the tap of a finger. We had corrupt media that guided the world, that showed them the worst of who we were, that created lies and offered deception upon deception upon deception. They're still doing that. And yet the movement now is the voices through this younger generation, your ability to tap out a message and really move towards the truth is changing the world. Changing the world. Where big channels are forced to own up. The world is transparent right now. You can see it in our politics, you can see it everywhere. And the transparency of Mauna Kea, the issue here, and how it is, and our relationship that goes right back to our kupunas. Thank you for sharing about Kamakaeha, Lili o Kalani, our queen. She held herself in deep nobility and dignity when she responded to dire and adverse situations, coming in and taking our aina. She treated them, and I mean the adversary, with utmost respect, reverence, love. Because she knew something. It took me a long time to figure out. Knew something. We were the only nation in the world that weren't colonized by bloodshed. You know what that means? It means we inherited a destiny that allows us to walk in that way. That means that kapu aloha that's set upon us now and how we are, you know, that is ours. That is an inherited right to speak in an upright way, to treat another how you want to be treated. Even the worst of them. To not buy into the seduction cause you go there, that's a trap. Boom, you're gone. Get emotional and upset, baggage, get disease, angry, vengeful, all of that. I can only say that through experience. But in the end, we realize that we have a wisdom and an intelligence and a beauty and a grace that we come from. And we have every right to walk upright, held high. Get involved, get informed, get educated. What the issue is. Take over the process. Create the policies you want to see in the world that comes from Native Indigenous culture already. Then that Ohana is on the way for that right now. Creating a cultural use plan that really deeply considered of land base, surrounding oceans, and how to utilize them according to a kapu system that supports the flourishing and life of all of these ecosystems. When to eat from them, when to not eat from them, how to keep them moving for the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. How to be proactive, creative, positive forces. Creating solutions that are there. We're too busy talking about the problem. We know the problem well. Time to move on to the solution. Time to find some beautiful minds that will come together in a collective way. Look at the sources that have been given to us, lay it out, map it all out again, and go, oh my God, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this. Create fisheries, we can go take aloha aina, we can sustain ourselves on the crops that were fed to us when we were keikis, and some of you maybe not eat this. The shift is here, the revolution is on, it's called the aloha aina revolution. That we know what's good for us. We know what heals. We know what a well-being of an island looks like. We know, our children, our kupunas know, the offering places where we come and stand on the mountain in that knowing, lining up and looking at what we can do about it. I sit around me and I see all of these young ones standing on the mountain and all the babies who are actually so proud of that. You're actually raising a nation right in front of our eyes just by the choices and the stands that you're making right now that thrives for the well-being of the earth. However which way you want to call it. It is ours as the younger sibling in our knowing and in our traditions to take care of all of that that's come before us. You don't know what that is. We've got to tune ourselves, be connected to what that means in every moment. Mahalo nui. Kapu aloha.
share a little bit of that mana'o. So this vahiya is Halepohaku, as you folks know, the house of the rocks, or the rock house. This house is Halepohaku, but the original one I think is up there, still standing, still got the pohakus. But this vahi, yeah, we're in the ahupua of Ka'ohe, right? Ka'ohe, you know, there's a really strong connotation for vai, yeah, with the ohe. The ohe is the one that carries the vai. It's a sinolaw of kane, yeah, and all the way up the mountain we have all our springs, yeah, Kahopo Kane, Vaihu, Hopukani, Pohakuloa. All of these springs and water forms are within this Ka'ohe, within this Ahupua'a, or within this district, right, of land. And that's Hamakua. This is considered Hamakua. And so the boundaries for that, the boundaries, we can actually see it right here. Yeah, so this is Ka'ohe, this whole mountain is Ka'ohe. Yeah, I mean, there's a strong, you know, there's a strong symbolism in that. Yeah, the one that carries the vai for our whole island, basically. Yeah, our Hue vai, our Ohe vai for the whole island. But right beyond these pu'us here is Humu'ula, which is considered Hilo. And all the way all the way across, yeah, it's Humu'ula. And so our kupuna, the markers for kupuna right here, Kalepeamoa, this pu'u right here. Kalepeamoa translates as kind of like the dirt, like the chicken waddles, or like the chicken, you know what I mean, those things. And so that's kind of like, I think that's what we see going on right here. Is kind of like that that waddle of the moa. But this is Kalepeamoa, this pu'u here, and then if you can see it, it's kind of behind Halepohaku here, but that red pu'u over there is the boundary. That's from there is a straight line. That's Pu'ukole. Yeah. So Pu'ukole, Kalepeamoa, all in front of that is Humu'ula, and all above is Ka'ohe. And then this one goes down to one of the other pu'us by Pohakuloa, by Piti, Uma'o Ka'ili or something like that. Yeah, it's those pu'us right when you round the corner and sometimes hit sheep and all kinds of stuff over there. That's the other marker over there for Humu'ula and for Ka'ohe. We also have Kilohana behind us. That area right beyond this pu'u is called Kilohana. And there's a pu'u right beyond this pu'u too, a big one. They put like some energy production stuff, or one of those, you know what I mean, transfer stations or whatever, right in there. But that pu'u is called Ha'iwaki. I don't know the stories too much about those areas, but they do lie right at the edge of Waikahaku. There's two of the three major gulches for vai that come off of our mauna, and Waikahaku is one of them. The next one over is Pohakuloa. 10,000 feet, Hopukani Springs. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of you know, more about this aina. There's so much more to it, of course. But also this pu'u that you can barely see right above here too is, I believe, Keonehehe or Onehehehe. Kind of means the same thing. Yeah, the moving or the racing sand. The big sand over there. And so yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit of mana'o. There's lots and lots of information. Kepa Mali's study has a lot of historical narratives, maps, and so forth. But once you start hearing the mo'olelos from our kupunas, yeah, from our makuas, and then you start spending time here and seeing these areas, it all starts kind of clicking, it all starts coming into place, and it's freaking powerful. I mean, just the strength of this mauna, right? Holding our vai, holding our life form, holding our life source. Yeah, it can't be, you know, I can't stress that enough. There's so much in there. So I encourage you guys to take a look, learn a little bit more. So I guess I just run right through again. Yeah, Kalepeamoa here, Pu'ukole over there, that red pu'u, Kilohana right up here, Halepohaku of course,
Hale Kapu Aloha, we called this one. And actually, in the time of Queen Emma, when she made her ascent up the Mauna to visit Waiau and to reconnect with her people, yeah, which is an awesome story with me and Manawa in that too. They built her a hale out of the mamane trees, but I believe it was on the Waimea side, but that was called, there's a story behind that we learned too, that the UH this past week, but the hale mamane, yeah, that they built for shade, for shelter for her. So there's a lot of hales on this mauna, yeah. I mean, it is the wawa kua, it's for our kua, and we have to tread lightly, right? And nihi kahele whenever we go visit our kua. But we do have associated with these areas. It's very good to see kua mauna over here, standing and becoming this mountain in many ways. Mahalo nui aloha.
That'd be fun. We were doing practice round of still the mission. Still as we stand in this mountain, we are still anticipating Hanaino. Blessed. No, for me, stand here to say, oh, never will do anything. All those people out there, but you know what? They've had 4 hours of work on that mountain in 3 weeks. And now make this week 4. However, again, like I said, even in this situation with the telescope, we're still in the beginning. We're still just starting. It's a $1.4 billion project we're standing in the way out. So they're not just going to back out. So we got to be a whole for that. So I just wanted to kind of share a little mo'olelo about what happened on that Thursday of the day of the arrest. And even some of the stuff, so, because we've had we've had thousands of people come up here since then. And some of the days people came because we heard they was coming. So,
okay, viewers. I'm sad to say that my phone has rang like 5 times, and so I probably need to check and see what that is. But also, I'm getting a battery signal. So I'm going to have to cut stream right now. I have another camera running, and there's a camera in the audience, so there will be uploads later on. Mahalo for watching, just in case. I'll try and charge up, and we'll try and go live again later on. But right now, I'm getting battery signal, so if you can hear me, mahalo for watching, mahalo for sharing, Northern Guy, major mahalo, Nui Loa for restreaming this stream. We appreciate it so much, and please archive. If you can hear me, please archive. I've already let the stream go on too long, and I'm concerned it's not going to load properly. Besides that, I'm on low battery, so I'm going to go charge up. You guys got to give me at least 20 minutes or so to get charged, and I'll come back live. I'm going to try and return whatever phone calls I just got. But the situation up here is all good today, and we are, if you're not aware, we are aware that the governor and the TMT people have decided not to start construction tomorrow. So if you missed that memo, there is no construction, and they didn't put a date on it. It was supposed to start again Monday the 20th, and now he just says it's delayed with an open-ended time. So maybe the night of the 20th, we don't know. We're standing ready, and we are here. But there's not a call out for people to come up tonight. There's already plenty of people here. So if you're trying to figure out which day to take off work this week, not tomorrow. But Tuesday might be, or Thursday, or Friday, who knows. We stand ready. Again, this is Carrie checking out. Hui ho. Please share out the link once it posts, and keep the tab open if you are so inclined, and when I get charged up, we'll try and come back live. Thanks for watching. Hui ho.